Well, Saints fans, tonight we're going to party like it's episode 99. Because guess what? It is.
That wasn't pre-planned.
That wasn't pre-planned at all. I didn't steal that from Marshy. Not one bit.
You missed the 19.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was going to add the 19 in, but then I was like, that won't flow as much, but now it doesn't flow at all because we've interrupted it. So
He's making it more specific.
yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, boys, welcome. Last pod for the season. I'm sure we'll do some more updates throughout the end of the year, but yeah, I was going to say, Marsh, you're getting a bit of a phone call from Dad there, mate.
Was that Daddy?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Does he
Dad.
want to chat Saints
Daddy
footy with
Marsh.
us?
Yeah,
Yeah, Dad on.
Oh, phone dead. Whoops.
Anyway, so we've had an eventful week. Last week we had Jack Sinclair in, of course, which was just, I think we're still all on the come down from that.
He sat here.
He sat right there, right where you are. It's probably
Yeah.
still warm.
I can feel it.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Good. But yeah, we're coming down off of that, and we feel like we've got a hangover like Mr. P. Cripps would have this morning. So yeah, a few events have happened. We've had the Trevor Barker Awards, and of course our man Jack Sinclair took that out.
Yep.
After a stellar year. We've had the Brownlow, so we'll chat about that. But yeah, first of all, how are we, Marshy?
Oh, yip, lads and listeners. Yeah, it's a bit bittersweet, isn't it? Coming into... It's like a concoction of things. It's the last potty for the season. It's come up to grand final week, which is just such a really traumatic time for us Sainers. There's no beating around the bush. Like, we allude to the 09s and 10s. Like, I reckon... If we went back, I reckon minimum 30 times. I reckon it'd be sprinkled in episodes. But
Oh, it'd be good to get a compilation of like just the sad comments.
oh
It'd be so
god,
many.
it's
Sad
just
Sainers.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like subconsciously etched into the back of our minds. So, and then it doesn't help when you're sort of getting triggered with. How many times do you reckon we're going to see them? The siren goes at the drawn grand final.
Oh, with especially when the
yeah,
ump's like
leading
trying to
up to
pick
it.
up Dal as well off the ground.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And it's what is it, BJ, when he's like puts his head and he's looking around like all
he's doing his
intense.
he's doing his crunchies.
God, you
Yeah.
guys sound like you've been to Nam.
No, well,
We have.
look, I'll jump in and I'll admit that in the lead up to, because we went to the Brizzy Geelong
Yeah.
prelim, right?
Yeah.
But in the lead up to it, for some reason, I always get kind of seduced to watch highlights of our prelims. So
course.
that week, kind of leading up, the few days before that game, I put on the 09 prelim, watch that. I'm like, cool, still got a bit of an itch. Put on the 2010 prelim, still had a bit of an itch. Put on the draw.
Why did you do? No wonder you're in such a shit mood this afternoon.
Why am I
Like-
shit? I'm in a
Yeah.
good. I'm in a shit mood because it's the last potty and it's a bit sad because
Yeah.
how good is it coming in every like Monday, just having a chat, having a beer and talking
Digesting
footy. It's
Saints footy.
It's therapeutic.
It is.
And I thought that was going to be therapeutic, and that was just traumatic.
Oh.
So-
yeah,
Yuck.
that was stupid.
yeah, it was really
It
stupid.
was really
so-
dumb.
I actually bought tickets, like the MSO, the orchestra.
Yeah.
They were doing it at like the gallery, the video, like
Yeah.
but with their symphony behind
Yeah.
it. I bought tickets and I'm like, fuck no, I'm not going to that. Like, I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. And then I thought about it and I'm like, I couldn't. Like, could you imagine how much
Did you
more?
buy tickets and not go?
Yeah.
I wonder how many people, like how many empty seats there were from people like yourself.
Yeah, I just put it on Gumtree and like free to whoever, and there was no nibbles. It was free, but yeah, no.
No.
It's Andrew Showstack, right? People on the socials, you know Andrew. He's the don of uploading Saints videos. He's the
Yeah.
archive man.
Oh,
Kilda FC AFL archives on
best.
YouTube. Yeah.
I go to that nearly every week and see what he's uploaded and what he's updated and whatnot.
Well, he's done something very, very bad.
Yeah.
So bad. Like this one, it's the first time it's seen the light of day. The 97 grand
Oh,
final.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that pop up.
shit should be banned from the internet.
No,
that's
not on.
that's very distressing content.
He puts up a lot of St Kilda losses, doesn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
discriminate, so
No.
fair play to him. But yeah, could you imagine someone like him? How far he would have to go to get a scratch with his itches? Because if you're going to the 2010 grand final, and this bloke's just got everything by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
I don't know how to do
painful.
that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like every couple of months I just go through this cycle,
Yeah.
hoping.
Could we just quickly? I know I'm stealing a bit of the space here, but I'd like to just get you to. How would your lives be different if we had have won 09 or 10?
Oh, stop! Don't! Oh no!
Come on, let's play this game.
I thought this intro was already getting it was already bad.
To my stomach.
He's gone the below the belt punch there.
That is seriously. Oh, that's well.
Come on.
How would my life be different if we'd won a flag?
If at all, would you think it'd be different?
I wouldn't be this
definitely. Yeah.
Wouldn't be as bitter.
I mean, I would still be bitter. Let's face it, but it would be a little bit less.
Yeah, true.
Oh God, I'd be okay. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I guess we wouldn't be so desperate for success right now, would we? We wouldn't be critiquing
that's exactly right.
every little thing the club does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I guess we would like. I mean, I've got Richmond supporter mates, but they're a whole new level of nuff. But they constantly are charging at me with, like, they're berating me. They're going off at me about being a Saints supporter and whatnot. And then every time I'll have a stab about Richmond, they'll just go, "Oh yeah, show us your flags and whatnot."
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
classic.
I've got my dynasty to go home and watch.
yeah, and they'll get pissed off about the game and the umpiring and everything like that. And I'm like, boys, what's going on? Like, you guys will never be fucking happy. If you can't walk away with 3 premierships from 4 years
Yeah.
and
not be content with how AFL is,
Yeah, you got
then
no hope.
walk away from the fucking game because it's time to quit.
You got no hope.
You know?
Yeah.
That's exactly right. It's like a gambling addiction.
Yeah.
You know, you feel the high, but you want more and more and more and more. It's like heroin.
Yeah.
You know, you got to fucking drop the stuff.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, if I get my one hit of poppy juice,
Yeah.
I'm done. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's what it feels like. Like,
Yeah, I think we'd all be kind of like that.
That's exactly right. We'd just be content. We've all talked about it. It's like, Jake, you'd go sit down in Albert Park and just have a glass of wine or something. And I can't remember exactly what you said, but it was
He'd
along
start
the lines
writing
of
his
that.
memoirs. Now he's got a bit of extra time.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that Love Actually scene where the typewriter papers all fly into the lake.
Yeah.
My memoirs.
Oh, there'd be a full doco. There'd be a Saints TV doco.
Yeah,
full on.
yeah.
That'd be in
Marshy'd be
production.
waking up in a bush somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
I'd be cuddled into him, and
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, the scenes.
It would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
We'd have our own, like, the club would have their sort of like grand final parade and celebration at RSA, and we would have our own parade the next day, get all the Saints TV fans around.
It would
watch
go
the
for weeks.
replay.
It would go
Yeah.
for weeks.
It would go for weeks, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I was going to say it'd be the weekend after. We'd watch the replay because I'm going to RSEA Park and I'm picking up the shit that Marshy's just laid there for dropping Ben Long.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting
that's
my
right.
doggy bag out and I'm picking it up and putting it and disposing of it properly.
Jeez.
But yeah, anyway,
Yes, we digress.
we digress from grand final talk because it always ends sadly when you're a Saints supporter. But best and fairest awards.
Yeah.
Trevor Barker medal.
Did you guys watch it?
Nah, because we were away and the internet was crap. But
That's right, yeah.
usually I don't really watch them, but I just watch the speeches afterwards when they put them up.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So I watch the speeches.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, I was busy unpacking, so I
Yep.
didn't really have a TV to watch it on, or like didn't have my phone ready. So
No, yeah, it was
Yeah.
a good night. Like, the club did well.
yep,
I watched it.
Yeah, you had a little stream along, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I thought I'd do a watch along, and a lot of people tuned in and seemed to be pretty happy about it because they scheduled it for 7, but it ended up starting at 7:30. So, like, people that were just bored online waiting for it to start just jumped on my stream and were just chatting.
Oh,
so
nice
it
one.
kind of benefited me a little bit there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the right people got the right awards. I was a bit surprised with the top 10, a little bit.
yeah. Shall we go through it?
Yeah, I'll grab it up.
So firstly, 1, 2, 3. We've got
Yeah,
Jack
we've got
Sinclair.
Yep.
We'll get the numbers up in a moment, but we got Jack Sinclair.
He was on 174 votes, I
Yep.
believe.
And then Callum Wilkie, runner up.
Yep.
Well deserved. And then our skipper Jack Steele.
That was the one. I actually thought Crouchy was definite for top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was guaranteed.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it?
There's
But
a
he
lot of
didn't
people
get
on
there.
7th.
Yeah, this
it was
here we go.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had Sinks, Wilkie, Steele, Membry was 4th.
Fourth. Yeah, I agree with
Seb
that.
Ross was 5th.
Yep.
Then it was Brad Crouch.
Yeah.
And all equals 7th was Gresh, Brad Hill, and Max King.
Yep.
And then 10th was the Josh Battle with 68 votes.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah, I mean,
Were you surprised with the order of the top 10 or who was in it?
I wasn't too surprised with Gresh sneaking in because of the start of his year that he had.
Yeah.
But he had he missed a bit of footy towards the end, so I was
Yeah.
kind of surprised that even D-Mac couldn't squeeze in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh Battle, I think, is fair. Max King, majority of the time, I think would have got that in the first part of the year.
Yep.
Brad Hill, 7th, was a little bit of a surprise, to be honest. And I think Seb Ross being Tim Membry being as high as he was 4th, I think surprised me. I thought he'd be lower end of top 10,
Yeah.
but not
Yeah.
4th.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair call. Yeah. The memory one was a real coach's one for me. Like that.
Yeah.
You know, he did what the coach asked of him, and that's how he got the points.
Did they sort of go into that on the night? What the values were, like what the critique criteria was for the award?
Not really,
What
no.
no.
There were other awards, obviously. So I think Sinclair got the Dare Saner of the Year.
Yeah. No.
Which
surprises.
is always the case with whoever wins the best and fairest usually
Yeah.
wins that award. Marcus Windhager got the best emerging player,
Yeah.
which was great, and we could have
Spot
predicted
on,
that.
yeah.
Mason Wood, I love this one, the Robert Harvey Best Clubman Award.
Yeah.
Mason Wood, I thought that was a big pat on the back.
Yeah, he does a lot,
Yeah.
doesn't he? Yeah.
Supposedly he actually housed a lot of the young boys, like took them in,
There you go.
from what I've heard.
Yeah,
So Nasai, I think, lives with him.
Yeah.
And a few of the other boys.
Yeah, nice one.
And then, Cal Wilkie got the Lenny Hayes Player Crest Award,
Yeah,
which I think is very
Did
fair.
Lenny give it to him?
Nah, Lenny I don't think was there.
Oh.
They didn't show him at all. They mentioned him and the crowd went nuts, and then, didn't show him.
Yeah, well, I was going to say he's probably still packing boxes up.
Yeah.
in
They said
New South Wales for the
October he
move.
would be.
Yeah.
He would be down to Melbourne.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So probably a bit going on there.
I'd love round one. You know how Essendon did it with
150 years.
Yeah, I'd love it just for Lenny to make his return. Comes out like wrestling entrance styles. Could you imagine the scenes?
Yeah.
Everyone would be up and about.
Bit
would
of
be
show about it
ridiculous.
would be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was the Trevor Barker Awards, and
Yeah.
all, top 3. Can't really argue, and
Yeah, I actually do have to mention, I did like the back end of Brett Ratton's speech. The first part of it I wasn't really sure, but the second part, particularly the way he finished it,
yeah,
he basically mentioned like he's just so sick of not being involved in finals.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years, and he's like, I'm just like,
yeah,
for lack of better words, I'm sick of it. Like this, we should be better than this.
yeah.
And then the classic, let's get to work and this and that. But you could just tell he seemed pretty upset
What was
most
it?
of the night. I thought
Competitive stamina. That seems to be the mantra.
Yeah.
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 Well, he said it a few times, and so saying that we obviously couldn't go hard enough for long enough.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
And I think that, like, I guess we'll get into it, and we'll get into, like, I think I said maybe 5 or 6 episodes ago that it was apparent to me that we were trying to change our game plan from what we were traditionally doing. And you saw when Brett Ratton came to the club, and in 2020 when we did make finals, that we were trying to get the score on the board. And we were trying to kick a heap of goals from a heap of good positions, so get the ball into the right position to kick the goal, then kick the goal. And very rarely did we get caught out losing a game because we were kicking badly. So I think that we were on the right track there, but we just hesitated. I think this year, particularly, up until halfway in the year, we were 4th. Yeah, that's great. But then we hesitated on our game plan because we thought, is this going to hold up against, the likes of
Yeah.
Melbourne and everything, because they did us in. And then we see teams like Collingwood and Brisbane and Sydney and Geelong in prelim finals
Yeah.
playing the style of footy that we actually played 2 years ago.
Yeah.
In terms of that handball chain, running fast, getting it forward, getting the ball into good spots.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like you look back on 2020, and a lot of people at the time thought, great, maybe we've taken a bit out of the Richmond handbook and we're playing that way because that's what they did.
Yeah.
But maybe we didn't give ourselves enough credit. Maybe even Rats didn't give himself enough credit for the way we were playing.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a little bit of a change You know, maybe it wasn't quite the blueprint of Richmond.
Yeah.
Maybe he gave
So you
every
reckon
other
all the teams
club.
are copying us?
I'm thinking, well, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't surprise me that teams noticed a few little differences and thought, well, we could use that.
Yes.
Because,
yeah.
like, Geelong, up until 2020, end of 2021, they were struggling in finals. They would get there, but they just couldn't break through.
Yes.
Couldn't kick goals.
Yeah,
Like, their
yeah,
last
spot on.
couple of
Yeah.
finals, they were averaging 8 goals a game.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
weekend, they kicked nearly 20, and they played the most, like, free-flowing, aggressive handball-style football I've ever seen in a final. Like,
Yeah.
they were just playing it like it was a preseason game.
Yeah.
Like, they just get it. Like, the Brizzy player would be less than a metre from a Geelong player. He'd take the mark, and he would have no hesitation to play on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get tackled, but he wouldn't. He always had support.
Yes.
They
yeah,
just
exactly
always
right.
ran in
and they were
waves.
always willing to take the tackle as well.
They took the tackle, got
Yeah.
their hands off, and then it'd free up 3 or 4 blokes down the track.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like from Sink's chat last week. We can drop that now, can't we?
Yeah.
Stop it.
You know, when
When
Sinks,
you spoke to
When we
Sing,
chat to our mate.
Yeah, Sinks was saying the other week, the second half of the season, that the trust, the boys lost trust in one another on the field, and that was another thing that sort of bubbled up a bit in it. I think it might have been Steele's speech and maybe even Sinclair's as well, but that seemed to be the common theme, and where we broke down is that we just lost trust in each other, and all those teams you're talking about, the Geelongs and all of that, their game plan is built around they're just moving as one cohesive unit.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing in the first half of the year.
Yeah.
So, you know, somewhere that's broken down and need to learn how to fix that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I was going to say it shouldn't be hard to fix.
Yeah.
Because our defensive structure is a very tight unit.
Yeah.
We've got very tight defensive structure, which is, you know, you look at Geelong, they do, led by DeConing and Stewart. You look at Sydney, led by the McCartans, Dane Rampy. Like, we're very similar in terms of defensive structure to those teams, and I think we showed some real flair this year. In that sense, I think our defence was really, really good.
I think,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the one thing over the preseason you're hoping, like, they don't tinker with too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
strengthen
definitely.
if we can.
Yeah.
Get a few players in if we need to.
Yeah.
We're going to get Koff back, which will be great. But it's more just that transition,
Yes, yeah.
which shouldn't be too difficult because we've got an All-Australian half-backer that his bread and butter is
Yeah.
generating transition balls, you know, that
Yes.
energy off half-back. So just got to get
and
that
we got
right.
a second tall defender that was not far off it either
Yes. Yeah.
in terms of All-Australian.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because, I you know, for the last 10 years, you shit yourself in the balls in the Saints back line previously.
Shocking, yeah.
Shit yourself. And especially when we've got the ball in hand and it's moving it out. But this year, so relaxed.
Yes, yeah.
Because you know that there's so many good decision makers in there. It was sort of the other areas of the ground that we're worrying about a bit more.
So, and as we've talked about in the second half of the year, and something that really fell apart was not the backline connectivity, it was the forward line connectivity. You saw Melbourne go out in straight sets purely because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've lost trust in each other, those forwards. You know, since that, I think that little statement about Bailey Fritsch coming out and the fight between Jake Melksham and Stephen May, that's boiled over
Yeah.
for me. Like, that showed me that there is definitely barriers there
Yeah.
in personality and whatnot. But Bailey Fritsch doesn't strike me as the bloke that likes to share the ball and go on leads that will open up other players. Ben Brown is a very one-faceted player and relies on players like that to do exactly that, lead into space so he can get into space. Because he's picking up the crumbs and kicking goals. But when he's your leading goal kicker in the back half of the year, it's because your tools aren't doing much to help each other out.
Yeah.
And I feel that was us in the back half of the year too. Like
100%.
they were good enough to get into finals and finish second. They had a great start to the year as well.
Yeah, they were 10-0, so can't
10-0.
forget that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And then they won how many games after that? 6?
6 and lost 6 or something.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
50%
Yeah,
after that.
because their forward line just looked like they didn't like each other.
Yeah, and
So,
And
and I don't think that's the case with us. I think it's just a matter of knowing who's good at what, you know, and not trying to do too much and actually getting a forward line coach in that will solve that.
Yeah.
And the game's transitioning. The scores are getting higher. Like they are slowly, but you're seeing little increases.
It's amazing, isn't
and
it?
if you look at 10 years ago, everyone said, and Paul Roos was number one for this, was backlines to win premierships.
Yeah.
But on Friday night, like it wasn't really just the backline that got the job done for Geelong.
Yeah.
Brisbane, they were just bombing it. They were slow. They looked like us a little bit in the back half of the year.
Yeah.
And Geelong were the opposite. Their forwards, it was always Cameron or Hawkins kind of deep with a Rowan or a Close, and that was it. And it was always open. Even when they had the ball beyond the wing, somehow all their backs stayed out of the 50. They gave Hawkins some space. They gave everyone space to do what they needed to do. Once the ball went in and they knew, okay, it's not a mark, it's a throw-in on the boundary, that's when they then push in, because then it just can't come out until they score. So
it's just that balance, isn't it?
Balance. We swarm the 50 too early.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we bomb it because there's no space for any leads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yes.
That was a good conversation, I reckon.
I think it's
a little analysis.
It was tasty.
I think it's important to, if a lot of Saints fans are obviously upset we didn't make finals, and the players are, the coaches are.
Yeah.
But there is still so much to learn watching some of these teams play, and
take inspiration from, because you look at you look at Collingwood's team and you put it down on paper. We're leveling out in a few of those areas. I'd say our forward line on paper is better than theirs.
Yeah.
And and then throughout the list, I think it's a very even list, and I could probably argue with my rose tinted glasses that ours is actually better, but the way that they're playing, that's fixable. Like you said it before, we can fix that, I think.
Yes,
that trust. So
I was going to say, if you're looking for a blueprint on how to win football games now, you take that Geelong and Collingwood blueprint, don't you?
It's just all-out attack in really controlled ways, isn't it? Like,
how fun is it?
If you look at the Sydney-Collingwood game...
Yeah.
That first quarter.
That first quarter. But, like, you look at the last quarter...
Yeah.
It was the closest thing to a physical flick of the switch, because Collingwood knew, okay, there's 10 minutes to go, we're 20 down.
Yeah.
It completely changed the way they were playing.
Yeah.
They weren't just playing the same way and Sydney just somehow let them back into the game.
Yeah.
They made themselves get back into the game.
Yeah.
We need to make those ballsy moves early and give ourselves a chance.
But I'm going to say something, and I know you hate it. You hate it. You hate it when I bring up other
cricket?
coaches. Oh. No. Not cricket. We'll get into that. Tim David, looking pretty sexy for our T20 World Cup. So anyway. So other coaches in the way that they handle the media and the press and everything like that. Craig McRae take a fucking bow. Oh my God.
Was this after the qualifying though?
This was both. He's just saying...
Just the whole year.
Just the whole year. The whole year, the way he's gone about it. Just saying, no, we're born and bred winners. There's no such thing as a loser at the Collingwood Football Club right now. Because the losers will sit down on the ground and cry in defeat and everything like that. But we're a bunch of winners. So we stand up, we shake the other team's hands, and we get off and we go, how can we go one step further next year? And I'm like, fuck off. Why are you so good at this? Like, you've been here for a year, mate.
Yeah, but he was part of a very good Brisbane team that were born
and that's
winners.
Exactly right.
Like, it's ingrained in him from his playing days.
Yes, correct. And you see Carlton just miss out, but now Paddy Cripps wins at Brownlow and that same team, It's like, what kind of blood with that sort of confidence, almost arrogance that you need to have?
Yeah.
Because, like, Dermot Brereton said it about Hawthorn in the late 80s. And throughout the 80s, they won 5 flags or something ridiculous. And they were in 7 consecutive grand finals, if not more. If they were down in a game of football, they used to come out into the huddle at 3/4 time and go, who the fuck are these people to think that they can be beating us? We're Hawthorn. We're here to fucking win and we're here to bury teams. Who do you think you are that you're out here trying to bury us? Good luck. We'll get you.
Yeah.
And they just, premiership after premiership after premiership. That ego, that arrogance It needs to be there. And unfortunately, I think that, that the team at St Kilda, we really need a push of that. We need someone
that's
to
right.
inject that into our system.
And like, if we're using Collingwood as the example, that from round one, when they beat us, they had McCreary, I think it might have been, on the GoPro, and everyone was like, Kane Corns mostly, was just having a sook about him.
Ginnivan and
Ginnivan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And them carrying on. But, it ain't cocky if you can back it up.
And go and win an Anzac medal on Anzac Day.
And and he did, yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
You want to see that.
Yeah.
Like, you want to see extroverts. We talk about our lack of extroverts in a positive manner, like a leadership sense.
Yes.
We want more of that.
Yeah, we need more
And
of
how
that.
but that's a tough one. How do you actually get that?
I was going to say, I think that's why Dan Hanbury was so well respected when he came into St Kilda, and internally so well respected is he is that type of character.
Yeah, but it's not just about him being that character at the club. He also needs to
set the example,
encourage that for future players.
Yes.
That's that legacy that you talk about.
Yeah,
know?
and you know who I'm starting to get a feel for? And he's starting to build into it now. I saw him have a bit of swagger on Brownlow night.
Was it the cough?
No.
Oh,
the cough wasn't at Brownlow night.
Nah.
Oh, sorry. I was seeing Trevor Barker.
I'm seeing it a bit in Wilkie.
The Wilkie bar. Yeah.
I'm seeing that confidence about him.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
the stats
AFL
back him
football is
up.
easy for him.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Easy. And I'm starting to see that confidence on the field, off the field. He's starting to go to these things. He's starting to believe in himself and go, yeah, I'm a fucking AFL footballer, and yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Look at these stats.
Yeah.
Don't have to be an accountant to figure that out. Like, I'm good.
Jeremy Cameron.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But you look at the teams that are in the grand final and you go, okay, where do they stem from? Who are the players in that club that give off that persona? Geelong, Jeremy Cameron.
Yeah.
He's got it. Dangerfield's got it. Tom Hawkins has the big boy attitude. He's very likeable, but still has that big boy attitude, like one-on-one. Mate, you'll be my best mate off the ground. Don't worry. Let's go get a beer and have a chat. But if you stand next to me on a one-on-one, I'm going to monster you, mate. Good luck. Tom Stewart has it. You look at Sydney.
Yeah.
Luke Parker, what he did to Dylan Shield when he's like, oh, bit scared, mate. Oh, bit scared. He's got it. Chad Warner.
Warner already.
Oh,
The
big time.
boudoir.
The buddy.
And then you got the
Buddy's
Braden
the
Maynard.
one.
How good was that?
Oh, my God, you're
Wiping
greasy.
love that.
The greasing.
Yeah. So, we just need to, I think that we need to inject those players into our football club. So rather than going out and looking for
Nice guys.
nice
Or quiet guys.
Yeah, or like good, you can still be a good character though,
Yeah.
and have that about you. I've never seen Luke Parker put a foot wrong.
No.
Like maybe he's got suspended once or twice, but whatever. But, you just need that sort of character. Same as Jeremy Cameron. I remember he dogged Harris Andrews one time and got suspended for it. But other than that, like, you hate the bloke, but you don't really have a reason to hate the bloke.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel
I loved it when he sunk that goal against the Pies on the fence, and
Yeah.
they're just giving it to him. He's just turned around. They're things you love to see in football.
That's exactly right. And it happened on the weekend. Oh, no. I was going to say Marlon Pickett did it.
Yeah.
Against Port Adelaide
When he
or
spoke
something.
to the fan, the Port guy. in the crowd.
Yeah. Brilliant. Like,
Well, Collingwood have got it like Ginnivan. We had it back in the day. Milne,
Schneider.
confident. Yeah.
Yeah. Lenny Hayes.
we need to get our swag.
It's it's who you.
Who's going to be our swag kings for next year? So you've said Wilkie.
I think Wilkie's going to be our swag king. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else?
Mine, it's in the name. The swag king.
Oh, King.
Yeah.
King definitely has a bit of,
So I reckon he's going to have a few Big Macs over the pre-season.
Yep.
And get a little bit more friendly delivery and some better forward patterns.
Yeah.
He's going to monster it next year. And when he's up and about, because he's one of the very few on our list that will give it to the opposition.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, they showed the highlights at the BNF
Yeah.
when he won us the game against Freo.
Yes.
And he kicked that goal and he went up to
Yeah, he loved it.
the defender and pushed him over. And I was like, that's what we want to see.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely.
I still think Higo's got it in him. I think he's got a bit of up and about.
Yeah, and he's got that extrovert about him
Because he
as
does
well.
go up to some of the players and give it to them, like give them a bump after the goal,
Yeah.
And these boys are all at about a 7, aren't they?
Yeah.
Turn it up.
Yeah.
Fucking go up.
Go to the 10.
These go
all the
to
way.
11. for
Yeah.
those who have seen Spinal Tap. But, these knobs do go to 11, and that's what makes you different.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to a 10, you're going to an 11. You're going the
Yeah.
extra mile.
Get your Toby Green about you.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
And at some point, I guess, like, within the club, they can look at tactics and look at changing that as much as they want. But at some point, if none of that's clicking, attitudinal. Like, look at the other layers of it.
Is that a word?
Of course it is.
I love it.
Attitudinal.
Yeah, it's a word.
Is it?
I know it is, yeah.
You know it is.
Feel free to check a dictionary, guys, but yeah, it's a word. I thought you would know
I like
it.
to break a mental sweat too.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to check, but if I'm wrong...
Yeah, my food's dead. My phone is dead.
My food is dead.
My food's
My
dead.
Yeah.
brain food.
Relating to attitudes, attitudinal.
I like it.
But yeah, that's kind of like the area that, you can have the best tactics and the best game plan, but if that's not switched on,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter at all.
It's attitudinal.
Yeah, attitudinal.
I'm just saying, if they're going to go through every year and try 5 million different versions of a game plan, and it's not working, it's not the game plan. It's
that's
more.
That's what I was saying a little while ago. We need an energies coach.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, big time.
We need the energies coach.
Yeah.
Aaron Gox.
Goxie.
Get Goxie down.
Yeah, Goxie, he'd be good.
Yeah.
But get Paddy.
Yeah.
Get Paddy.
I think Paddy-
Well, fuck it. Get Hanbury. Everyone says he's so good at it.
Yeah.
Well, he owes us a bit.
Yeah.
He might be in the works. We don't know. So
Yeah, true,
Let's,
he
let's
might
see
be.
what
Yeah.
happens.
Imagine if that Hanbury's our energies coach. I could dig that.
Yeah, attitudinal coach.
Attitudinal.
It's the word of the day.
Yeah.
I'm taking it. That's in my
Take
back
it,
pocket.
it's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we'll have a bit of a break there.
Yep.
And then bittersweet, isn't it?
I know, it's a bit sad.
It's a bit Victoria bittersweet.
Jake's junk mail.
Jakey's junk mail.
Damn. Gonna miss it.
Jakey's junk mail. Jakey's junk mail. Jakey's junk mail. Jakey's junk mail.
We've got cameras now. We can't. Oh, he's actually getting fully method acting, isn't he?
Yeah.
He would be a method actor, wouldn't he?
He would. Yeah, he'd get his Jared Leto on for sure.
Yeah, he'd study the role for about 14 months before they film, just to get into it.
How do you think I got the job here?
Just knowing me, really.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I pretended to be a decent footballer.
Yeah.
All right.
Did that pretty well.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's get stuck into it, boys. The last one for the year.
Oi.
You ready for it?
Jack.
This one's from Dylan. I feel like everyone is sleeping on Jack Hayes. Going to be monstrous.
Yeah.
Monstrous in 2023.
Yeah.
Jack the
I-
Giant Slayer.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't kind of forget about him after round 8.
Yeah.
You
And
kind
then
of-
I'm like,
you
oh
kind of-
wow,
you
we've
kind
got
of have
Jack
to.
Hayes. Because
Yeah.
we talk about like who's going to be that next ruckman, that support for Rowe. We
Yeah.
hardly brought him up, and I'm like, Jack Hayes.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to be that man.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
He had
like,
good energies about him.
He did very good energies. And on debut, polled a Brownlow vote.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
First
Is that
saying
first
ever.
saying ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Good
go.
on him. Good on him.
First time since 1988 that 3 debutants have polled Brownlow votes.
Really?
In 3 separate games, yeah. So Josh Rochelle, Nick Martin, Jack Hayes.
There you go.
Yeah. All
bad at
polled.
all.
Yeah, on debut.
Can't wait to have him back.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yep. This one's from Seth. What change did the Saints need to make to their game to become a top 4 side?
Oh, I think we just covered it, really. Yeah.
What's the, okay, just let's go around the room. The one thing.
forward line connection.
Belief.
Efficiency.
Yeah.
And I don't mean goal kicking, I mean handball efficiency. Speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one's from Beth, and she's asking, what are your off-season plans, boys? Off-season plans. For us, yep. People interested, apparently.
Party never doesn't stop at Saints TV. Got the women's football.
Yeah, there's no off
that-
season.
So, yeah, plenty of that.
Yeah, tell us a bit about the. I was going to say, I think we all watched the women's footy on the weekend.
Missed it, but yeah, I heard
Oh, you missed it,
your
yeah.
commentary was good in the chat.
Yeah,
Who plays football in Mackay?
yeah.
Seriously?
Firstly, those conditions.
Is this the new Cairns?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
This is the sleeping giant of the AFLW controversies.
How hot was it there?
28, but it's like humid
Yeah,
The
okay.
wind.
and wind, yeah.
Oh, the wind was ridiculous. It was pushing so hard to the left-hand side of the screen.
Yeah.
And I think we were shaken by it. We didn't
Yeah.
quite know how to deal with those sorts of conditions, and it clicked too late.
Yeah.
If it had clicked in the second quarter like it did for Gold Coast in the first,
Yeah.
I think we would have won.
Yeah.
But we just made a few too many. Like I think Dell made a few moves, and I think they were just a little bit reactive rather than proactive. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was just like a bit of a missed opportunity there for the girls. I think that, but they'll learn more from it than they will be disappointed in it.
That's it. Poor Erin McKinnon got a heat stroke, so she did a Hugh
bloody
Goddard. And so she's a massive cog in what we do. So,
Yep.
yeah, we've got Geelong on Thursday as well. So another short turnaround.
Yep.
But
Is that your off season then?
Chicks footy and getting around the girls at home, I reckon.
Yeah.
Just taking it easy.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about you? Gigs, obviously.
Yeah, getting really busy come November, wedding season. So a lot of playing, a lot of gigging. Releasing some new music. So just doing
Ooh.
some finishing touches on a couple of songs, and then I'll get them out. But yeah, just moved into a new place, so settling in there, and doing the whole unboxing and moving around. So yeah,
Nice.
I reckon come December, I'll be due for a good break
Yeah.
in some sunshine. Jake.
What off season, really?
Oh, and I was going to say,
Trade
and cricket
season.
as well. Fucking keen for the
get stuffed.
cricket.
Get
I was
stuffed.
so keen for the cricket.
Nah, we're not bringing that up.
T20 World Cup, Jake, will get you involved.
I need to learn how to play cricket, actually.
Yeah.
Never really played it. My off season, probably watch Top Gun a few more times.
Catch up with Hayley Watson,
Yeah, we've got a few.
i.e. some alone time.
It's trade season coming up, so it's not even off season. Like it's just whatever's happening in the footy with the club. I got to be across, so it's going
the
to be
ball
fun.
keeps rolling, but you're playing some tempo.
Hopefully meet with the club and develop some ideas for next year, which would be good. So
That will be good, yeah.
yeah, maybe plan some more guests. We do have some big guests lined up, so there could be some special one-off sort of podcasts in the off season
Yeah.
with some of the guests that we've lined up. So
Because like
there's still plenty there.
because we've kind of left this on a very precarious position, and we want to honour it right because we might be rolling into the 150th anniversary, but being at 1999,
Episode 99, yeah.
jeepers.
Episode
So we've got
100.
the episode 100. It has to be a big one, doesn't
It has
it?
to be a big one.
Yeah.
That'll be kind of more official Saints TV podcast, but like some of these guests will be, if we can, it'll be just specials. So we want to
Specials?
keep people interested. We want to have little bite-sized.
I was going to say the KO Bites or like the
That's
KO
it.
Minis,
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they have the Saints TV Minis and the Saints TV Bites.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll plan towards that. So that'll keep me busy, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, mate.
This one's from Matt. Any changes you'd like to see to the Saints jumper next year? Home, away, retro.
Oh, well, we got a bit of an insight, didn't we?
Mm.
He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't let on too much about what was going on, but our mate,
Yeah.
close friend Jackson.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, thanks.
Nah,
Yeah,
new
yeah.
host of the Saints.
Yeah, that's exactly
Saints TV
right.
potty.
Yeah, let on that. He tried on a few new Guernseys.
Oh, we really should have bailed him up afterwards.
Oh, we should have.
But he's a pretty tight fellow. He probably
Yeah, he's not going to
wouldn't.
give it away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think there will be something real special. I think you know what I reckon? As soon as I got home that night, I was like, I reckon we're getting some collars.
Yeah, I'd
I
like
reckon we're getting
colours.
some white collars
Yeah.
about us. I would buy one so quickly.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh.
So just the traditional Saints Guernsey,
Yeah,
like the 66 one,
yeah.
with some collars.
I want a big fuck off crest.
Yes, and a big
so-
fuck off crest.
So pretty much 05 Heritage Round. 05, whatever that was.
06, yeah.
Away
Yeah.
to Tassie when we played.
Yeah.
You know those ones?
Yeah, that was a grouse top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Pretty much that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
that'd
sick.
be awesome.
And retro or any of that stuff.
I suppose
reckon
it'll
bring,
all be retro, wouldn't it?
yeah.
I don't know.
Because I'm thinking, like, you remember the Trevor Barker long sleeve, the black long sleeve,
Yes.
Yes.
and
Yeah.
the collar as well. Like
Yeah.
that'd be tasty. That'd be juicy.
They got a lot of work to do. Home, away, and clash. It's going to be like crazy to see what they come up with.
Yeah, because like I don't know, they surely. Do you reckon that they'd be reinventing the wheel? Like we'd be getting a fresh design or
I think it.
a modified?
I think it deserves a fresh design, doesn't it? 150, like. Only happens once.
Yeah, big pressure
Gotta go
on the
big.
design team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still disappointed that the club never went out with the suggested to the members, because that's what Melbourne Storm did.
Yeah.
and
right,
the
yeah.
and the design that ultimately won it, that was designed by a member in their competition. It was mint. So it would have been
Was
cool.
that for an anniversary as well, or just a competition? just
Yeah,
for
I
fun?
think it was. I think it was for the 20-year. Yeah, it could have been 20.
Okay.
Or so, I don't know, something like that. But yeah. That's what you should do. You should try and do a competition for Saints TV off season.
Get them to submit.
Yeah, design jerseys. There's some
Well,
good ones out there.
Straight off the bat, if there's any designers listening, submit some stuff. I want to see it.
Get it together.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This one's from Christian. Thoughts on relegation / promotion of teams 2-tier league like in soccer?
No way. We'd be in the bottom league all the time.
I
Relegation.
don't think we'd be in the bottom league because we always float around the 10.
Mid-table.
Yeah. So
Relegate-
I don't think there should be any relegations, but
There's just, I guess the standard between teams is probably too great. Like, if you had VFL, would you have VFL teams come up into the AFL?
yeah, well, that's
then
the
they
problem.
just get hammered every year.
Well,
like-
you're not bringing Casey Demons into the AFL because you've already got the Melbourne Demons in the same team.
Yeah.
So
It'd have to be another
Yeah.
tier, wouldn't it?
yeah,
wouldn't
but
it?
like I was going to say I watched the VFL Grand Final on the weekend, and don't get me wrong, the conditions were awful.
Yeah.
Awful conditions, but just the difference between Casey and Southport, like, it was massive. And there was no wonder that Jake Melsham ended up kicking 4 goals and whatnot, because, like, I think Southport had Billy Gowers, who used to play for Bulldogs at full forward, couldn't take a chest mark.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and they were talking about, oh, he's got some X factor about him and blah, blah, blah. He wasn't hanging on to shit. So, it's a very big jump between VFL level and AFL level.
Yeah.
And that's where you see a lot of players are really good VFL players, but not quite good enough to be at AFL level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be too complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not even, we're still struggling to get a Tassie team, so.
And they can't even do it for the A League here. Like the
Yeah,
split,
yeah.
you know.
Exactly, yeah.
So if they can't
And that would
make
be
that work.
way more clear cut to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's from Cam. It's just a thank you. Just wanted to say a massive thank you to us for all the work we put in each week.
That's nice.
So yeah, I thought I'd put that in. It was really nice of him.
On you, Cam.
Just a few messages like that.
Thank you, Cam.
Nick wants us to talk trade predictions.
Oh.
What we're thinking, what we're hearing, any rumours. I know that earlier today you flagged Horn Francis. I haven't seen anything about that.
Yeah.
Neither have I. Yeah.
I mean,
No,
that's a
it's a-
trade rumour, but
Yeah.
that would be pretty
Imagine
nice.
that.
They got an
Was
extra
that-
couple of picks, didn't they? Today?
Just a second round.
Second and a third
this
round?
next year.
But they have to use it this year.
Oh, like a future trade.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They have to use them in trades this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that, Horn Francis. He'd be all right.
That'd be good. Yeah. That's a bit of spark, isn't it? He likes to bicker a bit.
Yep. I mean, who's left really? Like,
I'm still cut that we weren't able to entice Carl Amon. That
Yeah,
was
that's
Carl
shit.
Amon.
Yeah.
finishing up as Port's highest vote getter last night. And
Yeah.
I asked my mate last night because I had a multi on and it didn't get up because, like, Tom Mitchell didn't get the most votes for Hawthorn. I was
Yeah.
like, who got the most votes for Hawthorn? And he was like, oh, Carl Amon.
yeah.
Here with 15.
yeah.
Yeah, true. It just on Carl Amon, like, it was listening to him, I think it was maybe last week when he did his first expose as a soon-to-be Hawk. And he was talking about the sort of the pursuit that it was Hawthorn. They've always been into him, along with another club, which is us.
Yeah.
And the thing that really sold it for him at Hawthorn was that they were very clear in what his position would be
Yes, yeah.
and what role he would have. Whereas you look at the Saints, we still can't find a role for Hill. Josh Battle's been on the list for how long, and he's just nailed a
Yeah,
spot.
Billings.
spot on.
Cooper
yeah.
Sharman, Billings,
Yeah.
Gresham. Yeah, there were so many blokes, and it got me thinking, like, those names and some more that we don't know where they play.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
they play their best footy. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta go to those things and sell exactly what's going to happen. This is where you're going to play.
Yeah.
This is what we expect.
yeah.
If you can't do that, a player's going to second guess,
Yeah,
isn't he?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
spot on. Oh, I was going to say trade rumours.
Oh yeah.
Can I put my
Yeah.
rumour on?
Oh, do you want
on
to
the
tweet
air?
it as well, or
Oh, I don't get on Twitter much. But We've been awfully, awfully quiet
Yeah. But
for St Kilda. We have been awfully, awfully quiet. Usually we're jumping at everything now and then. You know, usually we'd be jumping at to going now, and you've been hearing rumours coming left, right and centre because Collingwood have finished their season.
Yes.
And, you know,
yeah, the
like
longer,
where
the
this is
longer this
going.
goes.
yeah.
The longer
I was
this
going to
goes.
say, something felt a little bit off to me when everyone was certain that Ben Long was going to go to North Melbourne for good money, and then he elected Gold Coast.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that might have been influenced a little bit
Yeah?
by St Kilda,
Why is that, Joyce?
and I think that we might be giving him a bit of a payout,
Yeah.
and
Just
we're
saving
clearing
some.
some cap space by offloading Hill to North, and North being able to pay some of that back to us, and opening up, you know, Hanbury's gone, Paddy Ryder's gone.
We've got the war chest back.
We've got the
Geary's
war
retired.
chest back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, Benny Long's going up to Gold Coast, but I don't believe he's going up there for free.
No,
We need something in return for Benny Long.
we do.
And Gold Coast are always looking for high draft picks, and we've currently got pick 9. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe what's boiling in the Saints engine room is that we're going to offload Ben Long and pick 9 to Gold Coast
Oh, yeah.
in return for Ben King.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez.
So that's that.
Do you think that
it
Ben
ju-
Long and pick 9 will get us Ben King?
Yep.
And
And a
future first round.
Would they really accept that?
Well, because they come out and they need to do the big salary dump.
Yeah.
That's been pretty clear.
Isaac Rankin's gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
He wasn't on that much. He's not on a Ben King sort of money. At the
No,
moment.
no, but he wanted to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, imagine,
But it just depends.
It wouldn't be.
yeah.
It wouldn't be a trade season without talk of us getting Ben King. So I'm glad you've brought it
So
back.
no,
Yeah.
like a year ago, you would have been like, "Nah, there's no way they're going to do that." But now they look at it, they'd consider
Yeah.
it. Ben King.
Yeah.
Do you think they've got the forwards to?
Well, I was gonna say
Marbio
Chol.
playing well.
and
Casbolt?
Casbolt playing well as
You reckon
well.
they're
Chol
think-
kicked a goal in every game except for one.
Yep.
And can play wet and dry conditions. So
Who's their
and
next forward though?
goals.
Do they have another tall forward in the sort of floating
Casbolt?
around?
They've got Corbett.
Yep.
But who knows who they're going to bring in? Like they've got.
Probably get Rory Lobb.
I was going to say, yeah, Rory Lobb. He got it. It looked like the mascot. But
That's true.
they've also got. Why can't I remember his name? They're playing him off.
Lukosius.
Lukosius,
Yeah.
who was drafted as a centre half forward.
They played him there later in the year as well.
That's exactly right. I think they're testing out the waters to see what they can do without Ben King.
Well, they went a whole year without him and did all right. So
That's
that
exactly
also
right.
helps.
And I reckon that kind of maybe scrapes.
Yeah.
a
'Cause
little
I
bit
think
of
we
money
had
off
this
his
chat
salary.
maybe when he got injured, and I think I remember saying, we just got to hope that Gold Coast don't have a shocking year without him, because then that shows the need for him.
Yes.
But they actually had a good year. Took Miller nearly won the bloody Brownlow.
Which was awesome.
Tick, tick.
Oh,
I really wanted him to
Yeah.
win
me
it, by the way.
too. Me too.
So
Everyone loves
devastated
Tookie.
he didn't get it.
Took.
Winhager cost Neil the Brownlow as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
It literally
That's
cost
funny.
him the Brownlow.
That's
But
good.
back to the point, they had a good year.
Yeah.
They can see that there is light at the end of the Ben King tunnel.
Yep.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
But that would stagger me if that happened.
Oh, that'd be huge. That'd
Yeah.
be blockbuster.
But
Yeah,
you're right.
that's-
We are quiet.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like
Degoe hasn't
strange
announced
things are
anything.
afoot.
Like, if Degoe was so committed the day after, wouldn't he have just said, yeah, like, just to get the fans a bit happier, like, after a loss, yes, he's re-signed for 5 years? Wouldn't they just announce it
Yeah.
if it's done?
Well, I was going to say.
Why the delay?
I think they're still trying to work things over with Grundy. I think that might be the delay at Collingwood, but Craig McRae did say in the press conference, he's like, I did have a chat to Jordan Degoe, his manager, and said, mate, we need to sit down and seriously talk because I want him at the football club next year.
Yeah. Oh,
Just depends if he
And
wants
that
to
might have
stay.
been like the little settling pill for the little
Grundy?
Xanax for Collingwood supporters. So
yeah, true. Imagine the King. That'd be the biggest deal since the Hamill.
Oh.
Maybe bigger.
Definitely bigger.
I was
Definitely
going to say,
bigger.
who have we brought in that was just like, whoa, that's fucking huge.
No one in my...
Andrew'd love it for me.
I was going to say,
I
why
was
did my brain
so
go
excited
Oh,
when
were you?
I was so excited when I heard we got him.
Yeah.
I remember exactly where I was. and the Saints have landed Love.
I was. What was
That didn't
I?
last
I was,
long.
No.
Yeah, it would have been year 11. I think I heard it in like I was on the lappy working, but I obviously have a tab open on the AFL website, and
Yeah.
that came up. I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. This one's from Lucas. He goes, before my question, just wanted to say thanks for another great year listening to your potty. It's always one of the highlights of the week listening to you guys after a win or loss.
Thank you very much.
On to the question, if Hill does want to leave and we can't get what we want from North, could we possibly try and trade Hill for Zach Williams, who is reportedly being shopped around for Carlton?
God, no.
No, no.
Obviously, I knew that you'd both say no, but I thought I'd let you know
Yeah.
this time. I'm not too keen on that either, to be
No,
honest.
no way. I think Carlton are fortunate that he wasn't playing too much footy this year. They actually got to structure around Adam Sard rather than structure around Williams, because Williams is, sorry to be harsh, but he's been a disappointment. Like, I know he can't get his body right, but is he putting in the work to get his body right? You
Yeah.
know, I hate saying that because people are like, oh, fucking course he does. You don't know anything. But, you know, he'd just be another one of those players that would come to us. We play him a shitload. We'd pay him a shitload of money, and he'd play zero football.
Yeah, we
You
need
know,
to be
so-
a bit smarter with these things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, he's a good footballer, but he's not an 800k footballer.
No.
So
No.
yeah.
This one's from James. For the pod, is it of the view that we must be landing Degoe and that's why we've been so quiet? Staggers me we didn't make a massive play for Dunkley. Love the pod, gents. Have a nice break.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
James.
mate.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, I'm dirty we didn't go for Dunkley. Oh, yeah, but
I'm not too dirty, to be honest.
I think the appeal behind Dunkley is the goal kicking.
18
sense.
goals this year.
Yeah, which is great from a a midfielder.
Yeah.
And from the games he's played, that's almost a goal a game.
Yeah.
Um,
But, I mean, given the team that he plays in, you have to remember
yeah, it's
they're
full
stacked,
of
so they're going to
yeah.
rest them forward.
Yeah.
If he played for us, he's not resting forward as much.
Yeah,
Therefore,
correct.
goals less. So if he's playing full-time
But
mid and he's
contested
kicking...
possession higher.
But yeah, but
Yeah.
my point is, like, you love that he's kicked a lot of goals, but
Yeah.
my point is he wouldn't kick that many goals for us.
Yeah, yeah.
So
okay,
it's just
fair.
it's
Yeah,
specific to the team he's playing
Yeah,
in.
I think it's the fact that he's tall and he's a big bodied midfielder.
Yeah.
He's a modern day midfielder, so he's that sort of Nat Fife.
Not your extrovert
Build.
that we're talking about, though.
No, definitely not. No, no.
yeah, he's
And
a bit of a whinge. He's
Yeah.
a bit of a whinger. He's always wanted to leave.
I don't
the
think it
doggies.
would get us
Yeah.
any better than where we are now.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah, he
it's- I'm
didn't like the
surprised he
party
left.
boy behaviour in the hub, so
Yeah.
yeah, no one likes a wet blanket.
Like, if you had the choice of Degoe or Dunkley, who are you taking?
Oh,
right
that's
now.
that's a
That's big, yeah.
that is a really
Who
tough
would you
one.
take?
Oh,
Moral?
No? For a Saints flag.
I'd flip a coin.
Really?
Yeah, because oh no, Dunkley's a gun. He's
Who
a good-
gets
yeah,
you
he's
closer
done.
to a flag quicker?
I don't know.
I'm actually going to say Dunkley because
Really?
Yeah, I was
a
going to
shock.
say because
He's more consistent.
he's more consistent. And we won't view him as what I've been saying as the Messiah. He won't come in and fix everything. He'll come in and he'll surprise you.
It'd probably be a bit like another Crouchy.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
perhaps maybe has a bit of a higher ceiling.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
either way, I'd be happy with both, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah, because I was going to say, it's Degoe still gets me as the type that will play, 5 games in the season with St Kilda, and then there's going to be a video that comes out of something, and then
We're
here's-
so scarred. We're so
yeah,
scarred.
You
because
got-
we've seen it before. Like
Ben King, Dunkley, Degoe, who are you taking?
Ben
The
King.
King.
Yeah,
Ben
I know.
King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe
fair.
maybe the Degoe thing that is a smokescreen and
All right,
Lethers.
let's not get Sanders too up and about.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It wouldn't be the 99th episode without talking about potentially getting Ben King.
I was going to say, what if it's the 100th episode and we get to announce?
And we announce it.
Yeah.
If that happens, we're doing it next week or whenever,
Oh.
just immediately.
Whenever it happens and we're popping
We're
champagne.
getting a
Yes.
public holiday. All Sanders get a public holiday.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The King's birthday.
Yeah. Like it.
I think that was the last one. So yeah, there you go.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you very much, listeners.
Thank you everyone for sending in your questions throughout the year. It's been amazing.
We love Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The variety, everything, just awesome.
Now, you two talk amongst yourself for a second, because I'm just going to get something organised behind me here.
What
No, it's all right. Just talk amongst yourself. Maybe talk about your favourite junk mails or your favourite questions that have come up and whatnot. And
Yeah.
I'll just be back in a moment. Just give me a sec.
He's getting in the lab, is he, Jakey?
Oh no, he's got the I reckon he's got the Docklands dynasty.
Oh, yes.
Has he? We've got a Marshy's minute for. We can't end the year without another Marshy's minute.
We got a cheeky minute, perhaps, yeah.
What did you say last week? You said, eh?
Were you saying...
Docklands dynasty.
Were you saying that you want a Marshy's minute?
Yeah.
All right, give me a sec. Now, I stayed back last week and did a bit of extra work, so I'd like to introduce to both of you, finally, the sting.
99
for
episodes
Marshy's
and I
minute.
get a sting.
Marshy's minute.
Ooh.
Marshy's minute.
You've actually done it.
Marshy's
Not bad.
Marshy's minute.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
brilliant.
That's
Marshy's minute.
Yeah.
Welcome.
That's crunchy. That is so crunchy. Love it, Joycey. My minute would be, we were talking about it before, the speeches. The one that I really liked was Matty Finnis. I thought,
Yeah.
you know, I think we just need to take a quick moment to acknowledge what he's done for the club. Got us to Moorabbin, got the women's team up and running, got the Danny Frawley Centre all set up, and everything in between. So he's just laid the perfect foundation for Lethers to come in and continue that good work. So, you know, he's just a beautiful man.
He saw it through
Finnis.
to the finish line.
He did.
We've got to get him on.
Oh, I'd love to get Matty
Like,
Finnis.
it'd be an honour to have a chat with
You
him.
know, because I'm not going to name names, but I do have a penchant of just loosing some emails here and there.
Do you?
I do. And Matty Finnis, I sent him one in the 2020
remember
lockdown.
Yep.
And just with some suggestions, or, you know, as you do, to sort of club notorieties. You send in your two bob and you don't expect to hear back. But he got back to us with this massive response, and through, it was just really impressive. Where there are some others that, you know, high up the chain, won't name names, but in the past, let's just say that they didn't have the Matty Finnis about them. So, I'd just like to say thanks to Matty Finnis.
It's called the Finnis Finesse.
Finesse. Matt Finesse.
That
Yeah.
was actually pretty good.
Yeah, Matt Finesse. I like it. I reckon he gets around with that
Do you reckon he
moniker
gets
for
that?
sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What do you reckon about Matty Finesse, boys?
Nah, I thought his time's been great at the club. And,
Yeah, so impactful.
I think if we didn't have him, I wouldn't really want to think of where we could be.
Yeah.
He's done a very good job.
Yeah, getting back to Moorabbin was so big.
Yeah.
Like, personally, as a club, like, just the spiritual homeland of St Kilda is just, it's there.
Yeah.
It's through those doors, so...
Yeah. You're right. He has laid that foundation.
Yeah.
So now we've got to really grow from it.
Yeah, for sure. And I didn't really articulate my point that well, but for anyone listening that didn't see the speech, go look at it. It's on the website, and you'll see what I mean. He's a saner.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I love that sting.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah,
Do you
that's
want to
like-
listen to it again?
Yeah, put it
Yeah.
on one more time.
Oh,
Last episode of the year, Joyce. We've got to get up and about here.
Yeah, that's
Put junk mail on again, actually, while you're at it.
let's just mash
we
it all
mash 'em?
together.
Here we go.
Yeah,
And that was...
Marshy's minute. Marshy's minute. Marshy's minute. Marshy's minute.
it's just got so many layers.
the whisper at the end.
That's exactly right. I put in some... Like, it just came to me all of a sudden. You were there.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
know.
I've got an idea, boys. I've
Inspiration,
got an
it just-
idea, boys.
A
Yeah.
light bulb moment.
It was a pure light bulb moment.
Yeah.
And it took this long for it to happen. So, anyway,
That's
that's
This is a year, boys.
That's Saints TV. Like,
That's the potty.
That's the potty.
that's 2022.
Can you believe we've done 3 seasons already?
Yeah,
Oh, that's flown by.
it really has.
Like
Yeah.
99 episodes. I was looking up and I was like, on my Spotify, episode 6, 7, 8, and I'm like, 99 now. We've done that many.
Yeah.
We've sat down and talked about Saints footy. That's obviously over 100 hours of
Yeah.
being in a room together talking about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes going through COVID as well. So there's like weird life events that we've all gone through. You've had a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're now a rock star.
I'm still a kid.
You know? Yeah, so it's crazy to think that we've done that many.
Yeah.
And everyone's loving it, which is great too. So that's even better.
That's exactly
it's a bonus.
right. Yeah.
Scrumptious.
I just
Yeah.
feel like it needs a bit of as we go.
Nah, don't do that. I just think of Scary Movie 2 when she's in the car singing it and then the radio says, shut the hell up. Like, stop singing it.
True.
Cindy, why's the TV leaking?
No, don't go there. Don't go there. But honestly, just want to thank you boys for doing an awesome job this year as well.
Yeah,
Obviously, like, you're doing this for nothing and just coming in and loving the channel and embracing it and helping me out and helping me grow it. And it means, it means the world. And yeah, I can't wait to do it again.
You're going to make us emotional.
Yeah.
Emotional, mate.
Nah.
Gonna get a bit Jaron Geary up here.
Oh, Jared.
He teared out. He couldn't
didn't
stop.
he? Yeah, his whole
5
speech is
seconds
him.
in.
His
Good
whole
on you,
speech is him
gears.
saying, "Oh, I'm gonna cry."
But his version of it is like he coughs. He just kept coughing.
yeah.
Like, you just
Just
couldn't
had the Nick
stop.
Caulfield's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't. You just wanted to give him a hug after that, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Just be like, thanks, mate. Like, you fucking ripper. What
Yeah.
a ripper bloke to have at your club for the best part of 15 years.
I know.
Like, that is sensational. So
Champion.
It's in the
Absolute
highlights of him in 09 and 10, like playing the odd game. I'm like,
Yeah.
he went through all that. Like, he was there.
Yes.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's exactly right. It's
Surprising we
the last thing
didn't persist with him more as a forward because some of his goals in his highlight reel were pretty special.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, he definitely had the
That
talent
one
for
against
it.
Port where he handballs it and he gets the handball back and then
yeah.
smashes it on
That's
the
exactly
boot.
what I thought of.
So
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. And a couple of from outside 50 and just absolutely fantastic. Good on you,
That's it.
Gears. But yeah, thank you, boys. Thank you, listeners.
That's
It's
it.
been absolutely unreal. We've got
all
a
the listeners.
grand final to look forward to. Always love sitting back and watching the granny. Best day of the year for football. So
Who are we
yeah.
tipping?
Yeah, predictions.
Oh,
Granny predictions.
the
Actually,
winner.
Norm Smith and winner.
Norm Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely going. The winner is Sydney,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going Papley to be the Norm.
Yeah, a few people have said that. I think Kane Corns reckons he's got that.
Yeah.
He's got the potential to win it.
Yeah.
What about you, Joyce?
I'm going, okay, if Geelong win, I reckon the Norm Smith's just got to be a little bit left field. I think it's got to be someone like Tom Atkins. Hard nose, always goes hard. Like,
Yep.
you know, so grand final day, those players really step up, especially in the second half. So, yeah, I think he could be a bit of a surprise packet. But, yeah, if Sydney win, and I think that Sydney might do it, you just got to think it's going to be either Chad Warner or
I was thinking that.
like, is the occasion going to get big on him or is he going to rise to it? Or just like your stable players like, why can't I remember his name?
Heaney.
No. It's a funny sign up at the Sydney game though. It said "honk if you're Heaney."
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Like
yeah.
that was very funny. Yeah. Come on, midfielder.
Mills.
Callum Mills.
Callum Mills. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
God.
thought you already said him.
No. Chad Warner, I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if not, I reckon, Callum Mills seems the likely type for a normie.
Oh, I'd go. I'm tipping. Obviously, I'm passionately going for Sydney.
Yeah.
Norm Smith. Is it weird that I kind of like imagine Paddy McCartan winning the Norm Smith?
Oh.
That would be fucked.
Imagine he has like Sydney win by under a goal.
Yeah.
And Geelong are against their forwards, they're
Yeah.
peppering, and he's taken 16 marks or
Yeah.
something.
Just the
You-
Brian
you'd-
Lakes it.
He'd win it.
Yeah.
Oh, do you reckon
he would win it?
Yeah, true.
It'd be unreal. I can't. I know some saying on the weekend, and I won't name who they are, a bit salty that
Yeah.
Sydney got through, and they got Hickey, and then Stanley, and I was just thinking, like, just look at Paddy.
Yeah.
Like, so proud, like, so glad that he's playing in a granny.
Still so dirty we didn't
I'm
get
dirty
a combo
that
for that.
it's not in
Yeah.
a red, white, and black jumper, but it's got white and red already. So
Yeah, I was going to say,
you're a
and
bit
he's
there.
going to have a chip on his shoulder about that as well because, he's always been the Petrarca McCartan sort of thing.
Yeah.
Petrarca got the normie last year. If Paddy gets it this year, everyone just goes, oh, yeah, okay.
And a
Well,
flag.
but
They'll both be premiership players.
like a cheeky thing to go on from this, but if he doesn't win the Norm, I reckon he'd get one even better. And ironically, it's in the Sydney top. I reckon he's going to get his own Leo Barry moment.
Oh.
So, Leo Barry, your star, that lives on forever.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
one really cares about Norm Smith medalists, to be fair.
Yeah.
They just, the catch cry. So I reckon Paddy McCartan, you genius.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
I just reckon he's going to get a moment.
Baby power. Puppy power. Yeah? From Scooby-Doo. Don't know where that came from.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's a long season.
I'm seeing black boys. I'm seeing the light. I don't know what happened.
Out of nowhere.
Is that? Can we just restart and say that was a glitch in the system?
Oh, that's too
Oh,
funny.
we're going back to Margie's minute and we're starting again. Oh, shit. Okay.
Can I go back to how much I love you guys and how you've done a great job? Just want to say thank you for your support, listeners, and see you next year, I suppose.
Oh, God. Okay, well,
That's too funny.
on
Isn't
that
that
note, I guess we'll wrap it up there. It's
Yeah,
always good
I
to
really-
leave on a laugh, but
Yeah.
it's been an absolute pleasure, boys. It's been an absolute pleasure, listeners.
We will be
And,
back.
We will be back. So stick fat with us and keep updated with all the trade rumours on Saints TV. Get down and support the girls. I think they're building something really special there. So make sure you go and do that and have a listen to the
Talking
Saints
Saints SCW.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. Another good podcast to get your ears wrapped around. So without further ado, it's a farewell from us. And to our favourite tune, out we go.
Let's do it.
Out the Saints.
Go the Saints.
As I really love my Saints footy, and I